Get ready, ladies and gentlemen. It's time for kickoffs and kick-ons.
G'day and welcome to the KOKO Show, proudly brought to you by MYER, and today coming to you from the Emirates Dubai Sevens in Dubai. We are in the sunroom. There is a live audience here of all our fans. They're all here for us. I'm counting 600.
Divided by 600.
Yep. We've got security at the stage here. We are being mobbed. It's an absolute, well, it's a nightmare. Anyway, let's do this. We have just done 10 countries in 15 days.
Is that all?
10, let me read them to you. We have done England, Ireland, Scotland, Wales, Monaco, France, the Netherlands, Germany, Spain, and the UAE, all stamped into our passports.
A lot of magnets. It's a lot of magnets.
You filled your fridge with magnets, Gits? I know that.
Yeah, so obviously wherever we travel, for the family, we've got like our fridge. And we'll just put up the magnets of the countries that you've been to. So while the trip was a little achy, I'd probably say, it's been amazing for the fridge.
That's probably where it ends when you say it's been amazing for the fridge. It's been a battle. Should we?
Yeah, I mean, I guess it started when we left Edinburgh on Sunday morning at 3:30 in the morning. We left our hotel, Edinburgh to Amsterdam. The plane was delayed. We missed our connecting flight. Then we'll get put on one to Zurich. Then that got cancelled. We got put on one to to Frankfurt. Then we got changed to Munich, back to Frankfurt. Then we got to Monaco late, 6:30 in the evening. We were meant to go to the World Rugby Awards that night. Our bags didn't arrive, so we turned up to the black tie event for the World Rugby Awards in tracksuit pants, and we basically stayed in those same tracksuit pants for the next 5 days. Until we got here.
We have. So the last show that you saw was us in Monaco. Now, there's been a bit of stuff that's happened since Monaco. We will get into that at the top of the pod. But before we do, I just want to say, despite Swoop's, well, what would you say? Disagreement. We are going to talk rugby. We're going to talk Ireland versus the Wallabies. Are you okay with that today, Swoop?
I'm happy to. I actually watched this game.
Okay, you did. Fantastic. So we will delve into that. Also, we'll be talking all things Emirates Dubai Sevens. Amazing tournament. We have literally just sat and watched the Aussie girls defeat Great Britain in the semi-final. They are into the final. Maddie Levi is having a tournament to remember.
14 tries already. Up semi-final, 14 tries.
14, and they're only up to the semi.
I think she got 2 hat-tricks, although one of the hat-tricks was a 4-trick. What do you call that? When you get 4.
Well, it's a double hat-trick in cricket.
Is that right?
Yeah, I don't know. It doesn't make sense.
Yeah, it's weird.
No, it's 4. Doesn't matter. 1, 2, 3. She scored 4.
Yeah, she did. No, the girls are amazing. They're great to watch. The boys also competed hard. Unfortunately, they got knocked out in the quarterfinals. I think it was 22-15.
22-20 in the end, yeah.
22-20, right. Well, the radio was wrong. So, we're now supporting the girls. Go the girls. And we'll always support the girls.
Always.
But we were supporting both. Now we're fully in for the girls.
Fantastic. Now, let me do this. I'd like to introduce you guys with a theme.
Sure.
Obviously, Emirates have got us here for the Dubai Sevens. Also, we are flying Emirates tonight. Thank God we're not flying that other terrible airline that shall remain nameless.
KLM.
Sorry, what was it?
KLM.
We're not flying KLM that lost our bags. They're terrible.
Rubbish.
So, the theme tonight, Swoop, or this afternoon, is based on the classes that are available on the flight tonight.
I know where I am.
Too soon? Too soon. Just
I know
everybody
where
knows,
you want to be.
Gits for the last, I'm going to say 7 days, has been hustling to upgrade us. Where are we at?
I reckon for the last 7 years I've tried to hustle. It's been a tough hustle. I'd go on, and usually you like to turn left. That's always been a life goal of mine, just to turn left as often as possible. Turning right's been an experience, but turning right and then going all the way back, that's been a really
Very humbling for Gits.
It was so good to have you back there, mate.
Yeah, mate, you look so comfortable.
Oh, mate, it's what I'm used to.
Yeah.
You wait for me in premium economy tonight, goodness me. Pig in shit. Okay, here it is, first class. A man who loves to turn left. A man who, when he played, was definitely first class. And now that I've got to know him in the last couple of weeks, he is definitely a first class asshole. It is Mr. Matt Giddo.
Hey. Very accurate.
Business class. This next man is all business. He's business at 12, he's business at 2. He's a man that's so business, he stayed on the Australian time zone this entire trip.
Business.
Mr. Adam Swoop Ashley Cooper.
I don't know if I agree with that.
Are you okay with me doing your economy?
Sure. I mean, I've got no choice. Better than being underneath with the luggage, I suppose.
Well, I guess that's me, right? Economy. Our last man is the people's champ and doesn't mind hanging out with the folk in cattle class. A man who we've learned will literally sleep anywhere at any time. And a man who, due to giving all his money to his ex-girlfriends, could never afford the other 2 classes anyway. Mr. Drew Mitchell.
That is punchy.
That's fine. They enjoy business class, that's fine.
Right, gents, what we're going to do real quick is get people up to speed. When we last spoke to our audience, we were in Monaco and we had just done the awards nights the night before. We'd had a bit of trouble in Cardiff, we'd had a bit of fun in Edinburgh, but we had just lost our luggage and we were sitting in bathrobes. So where I want to get to here is that afternoon, Gits, you went and got a little something special on your hip.
I did. And I think we're all going to, well, hopefully we all participate, but at the start of this pod, we just decided if we get 50,000 subscribers for our YouTube channel, which we didn't think was possible, I certainly didn't, and we're very grateful for, that I would get a tattoo. Prof, you were going to get?
Hair plugs in Turkey.
Swoop.
I was going to add KOKO to my last name.
Officially.
Yeah.
And?
I was going to do a podcast nude.
Right. So far,
Can't do it here. Not the country to do it, I don't think.
Yeah, well, so far I'm the only one that's come through with it. So I got myself a little KOKO tat.
I think we've got it here, Ol, if you can just blow it up for us, Ol. There we go. Keep going. There we go. So it's now on your hip.
Yeah, it's on my hip. It's healing up well. Yeah, so anyway,
Now,
you guys are next.
It's a big commitment, but the reason I bring that up is because we were all in a room doing this, and then we got a phone call, an interesting phone call. Obviously, everything was going wrong. Bags lost. We stink. We're at the World Rugby Awards. Everybody's making fun of us. We get a phone call from a text message from Drew Mitchell, which says...
So at that point, we just needed a win. As a team, we needed a win. So I wasn't having much luck trying to trace our bags. So I went on Twitter and I said, hey, at KLM, if you don't mind, can someone reach out? I need help finding our bags. We've got no clothes, blah, blah, blah. And in my hastiness and my eagerness to get a win, I replied, someone from KLM HQ replied saying, DM me your WhatsApp number.
Yeah, DM, you know what, I'm going to pick it up from you.
You do it, yeah.
So DM your WhatsApp number.
Which was this gentleman here, I think. Oh, we've got him.
So that was the picture there. So Drew's talking to the guy.
For 23 minutes. I was talking to him 23 minutes.
Yeah, so when your voice is good, you come in and talk.
Yeah. So he got my address, my birthday, my credit card, everything. He was legit. Had an African dialect, but he made me download an app to get some money for compensation for the days that we didn't have any clothes. But he was transferring me money in Kenyan shillings. Bit of a red flag. I'm like, oh, mate, where are you calling from? He's like, LA. Jump in.
Yep, where you calling from? LA. And Drew, at this point, it just started to click to him that maybe this isn't actually the guy because his accent didn't really match the profile.
So then I asked him to, mate, let's video call. And he answered it, but before he could cover the video, I could see he was in a lounge room with a flat screen. And then I said, mate, this is dodgy. I can see you're not in an office. You're a fraud. You're a scammer. And then this came up. And he just said, fuck you, Mr. Drew. So now I'm really worried about that bank account.
But your credit card, you've paused it, right? Please tell me you've paused it.
I paused it for 2 days and then I've just basically...
But also you unpause it every time you go to the bar.
Exactly.
And then pause it again.
Yeah, so the thing was that I missed all this. I just got a flurry of text and then I've got Drew coming down panicking. I was like, mate, it's just a tattoo. Like, I'm not too worried about it. And he said, mate, have a look at your phone. Went through the whole thing, like getting scammed. Anyway, it works out. He's not been robbed yet. It could still happen.
Silver lining,
The
blessing is, This bloke's going to have a great Kenyan Christmas.
I actually think as well, if you can zoom in here, it's an Adidas. I think he's wearing an All Blacks top.
Makes perfect sense. Right, anyway, we've had a hell of a time, but we are here now. We are at the Emirates Dubai Sevens. We've had a cracking couple of days. One of those days / nights, which I think we should get into right now. Should we do our rugby roundup segment? You happy to do this?
Yeah.
So, roundup. So, last night we went and we watched the Wallabies take on Ireland. And we got a little shot here. There was a magnificent spot where we watched. There we are. I don't know if you can see that. And it was one of the best experiences of my life, right? We sat, we had cocktails, and I'm going to say for 65 minutes of that game, I truly believed that the 7th ranked Wallabies were going to beat the 2nd ranked Irish. Now, Swoop, you want to pick this up?
Only 65 minutes?
65 minutes, mate. We're right there to the end. I mean, obviously, from where we've come from, say, last Rugby World Cup 12 months ago, no one would have expected us to go and get any win on this, I guess, UK or spring tour. The way they went about their matches, they had a great win against England, particularly in the fashion they won, a great win against Wales, particularly the amount of points they put on the opposition. Obviously, Scotland were at their best, so we suffered a bit of a loss there, but the performance, there was still a lot to take from that because injuries, limited preparation time. I think they had 12 inches of snow throughout the week. So, I mean, the preparation was disrupted, not to make an excuse or anything, but they still handled themselves very well in the field. And then obviously last night, the performance, I was with you. I was with you until 78 minutes. For me, I thought they played extremely well. I'm talking about the Wallabies, that is. And just a couple of errors. Just in the last, they played very well up until 75. Just a couple of errors where it didn't allow the Wallabies to apply pressure in the right area of the field to give themselves a shot to win the game. And Test football, which we all know about, is that it comes down to critical moments. And one critical moment or one error can have the effect or the result on the game. So we saw that last night. I think Ireland were lucky to get away with it.
Yeah, I mean, they played well, though. They did play well.
Both teams played extremely well.
Yeah, it's a great test match.
And I was extremely proud, not only of the performance, not only the performances throughout the spring tour, but particularly the one last night. Last game, I think it's how many tests have they played all year?
You got to be thousands.
Thousands. You could see they were tired, but they were still in there. And I think for me, the most positive aspect of what I've seen over the course of this series, not just the spring tour, but also the domestic and the rugby championship, is just their mindset, their attacking mindset, and the hunger to play. And that only works if you've got the basics right. And I think Joe Schmidt has done a really good job to come in, work on the fundamentals, allow the boys to just get the basics right, hold on to the football, and just do the simple things really well.
But you could see that he allows them to play with freedom, which is massive. Because even at the back end of the game, when we're chasing it, they had this really nice shape where they'd go off the forward pod, play out the back, to then a back, who then played out the back of another pod again consistently. It was just like new shape. So our game's developing. We also missed Angus Bell pulled out the day of the game. Will Skelton's gone back home. Samu Karevi's gone back home. I think Fraser Wright coming back in.
Matty Fessler was unavailable as well.
Exactly. Who got a hat trick against Wales. So I think we're in a really good place. For me, the most telling thing was that 10 minutes after half time, we were ahead and we kept the crowd out of it, which puts pressure on the players to try and get that win against a team that maybe everyone thought Ireland would beat. And we let them back in by giving them 10 points. Didn't let them back in. They also played really well. But that first 10 minutes after half-time, that kind of hurt us a little bit.
Can I give you a stat which is quite telling? So Ireland, I love a stat, 69% to 31% territory.
To who?
To Ireland.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, so obviously everybody's talking about the Wallabies are now standing up in defence, which we didn't see 12 months ago.
You know who I thought defended really well was Noel Olesio.
Yep.
Just like his intent to go into the tackle, he's putting on shots, the defensive reads, I thought. Joseph Sully as well. We know he's got a good shot on him, but there were times where he was making a read, and then he'd know that there was a decoy and he'd pull out and then get back in the line. So you can see he's starting to understand the game. There's a lot of upside in this Wallaby side.
Now, you love a set play, Swoop.
Love a set piece.
What's your favourite set play?
Strike play?
Ooh, you love that 8-9 scrum. Ooh,
Oh, well, I've got a few up the
Couple of
sleeve.
centres,
But, you know, like the old school classic, I think, which we called an Emmett, which is basically 10 to 12,
Yeah.
13 short, and the 12 plays the 10 out the back, around, coming around, looping around behind the 13 with a winger just off his hip. I just think that it sits down the front line. You can play short, you can play into the middle of the field, gives you an opportunity to go wide. You might play short to see how they're defending on the edge and then play wide on the next one. But I just feel like that's the one play where you can play in certain areas of the field, but then also attack the space.
You need to watch more games. Gee, you get me going when you talk rugby, son. You just got to watch it.
I know, son. Silence is power. But what I will say, I just want to touch on the Wallabies again. I think the most positive thing is it's just growth of the team. And with the Lions coming next year, that's exactly what we wanted to see this autumn series, our spring tour. I'm absolutely pumped for the prospect of the Wallabies taking it out next year. And there's a lot of inbound British and Irish Lions supporters coming in. There's a lot of hype back home after the success of, I'm calling it success of the spring tour because of the way they played, the way they went about their jobs. It's also something that's really needed for us back home. Rugby's been in a little bit of a pickle, hasn't been getting the support that it's needed. And now rugby's like the supporter and the fan getting around the game now. And it's because of the 23 men that take the field on the weekend. So that and the extended squad and the coaching outfit, obviously Joe Schmidt's doing a great job, but I'm just so proud because we all still wear the fabric, right? And so when we watch it, we feel it, and I'm enjoying the space I'm in because I still feel that where they are.
Now, you've just mentioned the British and Irish Lions. That Irish team we saw last night, Drew.
Yeah.
Who out of that team is a definite?
I think most of them. I think the British and Irish Lions got to be dominated by Ireland, especially with Andy Farrell as coach and also the form they've had. I mean, there's any number of players. Probably 14, 15 of those players from Ireland will be in that British and Irish.
How big's the squad? Does anyone know how big their squad is? Is it 30 or?
Actually, sure, he might know.
Simon
Shaw.
Simon Shaw. How many are selected in the British and Irish Lions tour?
The squad.
Squad. How big's the squad that tours?
Just come
Now
up,
stay there,
Simon.
mate. We don't want you on camera.
Yeah, we don't want you to come up. Just give us the answer.
Ollie's asking him. He's got Ollie's one Englishman to another. About 30.
About 30. That sounds a little light. Thanks, Shorey. Cheers, mate.
Yeah. I mean, when they're playing all the other games against all the state teams, that sounds very light.
Yeah, it's very light.
But even still, I think it'll be dominated by Ireland, Scotland. There'll be probably a handful of English and maybe one token Welsh.
One or two Welsh.
Oh, you need them for the party.
There's a few 2003 World Cup winners that have shown up today. Gits, are they rubbing it in for you, or was that why they've shown up? So you got Simon Shaw. Who else?
Josh Lucy's here.
Josh Lucy.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I've tried to avoid them as much as I can. I put up with Johnny telling me every day, remember when I kicked that field goal? You know, like, I'm just trying to avoid that.
Is that what he would do every day at Toulon?
Every day. And not even to me, to the Frenchies.
Really?
He's like that.
Unbelievable. Now, Jess, it's time to wedge in a little bit of sponsorship here.
Oh, I love this part.
Let's roll into the Super Sizzler.
Super Sizzler, thanks to BeefEater.
Just a reminder, guys, we can't send any more barbecues. We have during the week Finn Russell's manager reach out to us
There we go.
asking for Finn's barbecue.
No, not his barbecue. No, he wanted his bar fridge.
Bar fridge. So
Yeah.
we've got to remember that we don't actually have anything to give away. So the Super Sizzler, for those of you in the room, how it works, we pick something for us to choose the performer of the week. In this one, what I want to do, gents, the whole spring and autumn series, I want you to pick. I'm going to go a Wallaby performer. If you're happy to do that.
Okay.
Who would like to go first?
I'm going to go Jeremy Williams, someone who I don't think was probably on many people's radars for a long time. And I just like the work rate. He doesn't get in the highlights. He's not getting the write-ups in the paper, but he does the hard work. He's very good on kick-off receipt. He's good in the line-out. He does what we call the shitters. There's a bit of music on. Does the hard work so that they can lay the platform to then play out wide. I think Jeremy Williams has become a bit of an unsung hero within that Wallaby group.
Can we send him a magnet, a beef
Oh, mate, I'm going to give him my barbecue.
Oh, there you go. Very good. He's got one. Would you like to go next, Swoop?
I'll
Gits?
go next. Really impressed with Jake Gordon all year. Just particularly off the back of his Super Rugby season where the Waratahs didn't perform as well as they could have. He's stepped into the test arena and just gone up, not one notch, but several. And that for me shows that there's a distinct difference between players that can play club football, professional domestic club football, and then test football. He's a test player. He's been consistent, he's been accurate, and he's been competitive, and he's allowed the guys to play. His distribution is clean, he's fast to the ruck, his kicking has gone to a new level. Obviously, he's spent a lot of time working on that, and you can just see that starting to reap the rewards of all the work that he's put in on the field. And we need Wallaby rugby. We play with spirit, we like to play expansive, we like to play. And you need a 9 that can get there quick and get the ball into the 10's hands as quickly as possible. He does that well. And also,
Wrap it up.
he's mixed with Tate McDermott. I thought he was good too. He's an honourable mention.
Mate, you've got one, Sizzler.
Jakey Gordon. No, Jake was my honourable mention. I'm going to go with Jakey Gordon, mate.
Okay.
Send him a couple barbies.
This swoop is better, though, than last week's swoop.
Yeah.
So you prefer last week's where he
Well,
did?
we're just not getting much from this side of the stage, so we might as well just...
That's fine. I'm happy to do that.
Yeah.
Sounds like Pink Fish is playing a set out in the back room here.
So if you are watching this on YouTube, just to describe the scene here, there's about 600 people intently watching every word we say, and they're just listening to, it's...
And there's one bloke with a boombox at the very back.
just
Denim.
Just living it up.
Denim Dan.
Gits your Super Sizzler.
Again, there's people, obviously, you phrase them right, Joseph, Swali, they've got awards for man of the match, but a guy that I think's been under tremendous pressure, whenever we lose, it's almost his fault and he's got to be moved on, is Noah Lolosio.
You got mine.
Yeah, no, I thought he goal kicked phenomenally yesterday. His control, his game management, I think even his confidence that he belongs in the test arena. And that's not a fault of his previously. He gets chopped and changed. Like, if you don't play well this game, then you're going to be dropped. So you just can't play with that freedom and confidence. So I was really happy and pleased for him because he's a great fella and I thought he had a really good tour. Prof, your one?
Beat it, Ollie.
Mine was Noah, because he's now secured that 10 slot that we debated all year. All year we debated, and now it's his. Can I do one without you guys groaning? Joe Schmidt and his coaching staff.
Well done.
What?
I didn't groan.
No, I was just joking.
So, and I love doing this, but if you go to that Wallabies side 12 months ago that had just finished the World Cup, where there was debate, do we just get rid of the Wallabies? Did we just not play them anymore?
No, we didn't say that.
It might have been me. But from there to here, where they are pushing Ireland to within 3 points, is quite remarkable. So, Joe Schmidt, Laurie Fisher, Mike Cron, all of them.
Yeah, Cron, he's unsung hero too. Apparently, they love him.
Yeah, what I was going to say as well, sometimes with coaches, you can have a good coach, but the timing or the team doesn't suit. It just seems like with Joe Schmidt, what he brings, what this team has and what they need, and the timing of it all just really marries up well. And it's sort of like when we had Checker come back for 2015 World Cup, what he brought, what we needed, it worked well. So I just think it's almost like a bit of a perfect marriage with what Joe Schmidt and what the Wallabies need right now.
So how do we convince Joe to hang around after the Lions? Can
we get on our knees. It's pretty simple. And we beg for him to stay.
It's not about the money. It's family circumstances, as far as I know. So it's just about trying to accommodate him and his family as much as possible to alleviate any of the stress on them so that he can be present for both.
Also, he can go. Once he's given us the British and Irish Lions series, the boys have got confidence, we'll march on.
It's a lot of weight, though, you know. It's a lot of weight for him to wear, particularly where the Australian rugby's at, how fickle we are as a supporter and our expectations and our standards for an Australian coach to deliver on our Wallabies. If he goes, he's more than welcome. No doubt he'll make the right decision, but I speak on behalf of all of us. We'd want him to stay. He's been fantastic.
That's the only time you can ever speak on my behalf.
He watches the pod, so he'll get that, and I'm sure, based on this pod, he will stay on. Right, that was Super Sizzler. There you go. Great segment, gents.
Thanks. Yeah,
Really
good one,
good stuff. That was really good. Now, obviously, that was the last of we call it the spring tests up here in the NHLs. They call it the autumn series. What marches on, though, this weekend and why we are here is the Emirates Dubai Sevens. Now, I've never had any time in Dubai. I've done the fly through. I've just had the most magnificent 3 days in this place. I know.
Gee, you love a sauna.
I've spent a lot of time in the sauna.
Talking to the Argentinian boys.
Met a couple of the Argentinian boys, talking them through some plays. A couple of the American boys.
Lance Williams, you're talking to him?
Talking to Lance. We're
Where's
good friends.
Lance from?
Sorry?
He's America.
Lance was America.
He was in Utah.
Utah.
Oh,
He
yeah,
played
obviously talking a lot.
I did most of the talking, as you know. He was just listening. But I've had a magnificent time. Guys, I also didn't realise that this tournament, just the enormity of it, the things we've done in the last few days. Who wants to go first?
CrossFit boys can go.
CrossFit champ, he won it.
Well, no, I mean, like, I played here in 2003, and it wasn't what it is now. Like, with all the stuff on the outside, the CrossFit, the kids' clinics, the sevens, the tens, the netball, the cricket, like the festival atmosphere, the DJs, Pinkfish out there as well. Stormzy's on tonight. The Sugar Babes swoop. You were front row for Sugar Babes last night. Jeez, old drooling swoop. But like the whole festival of rugby, but sport and just fun atmosphere has been honestly incredible.
I want to add on that because I came a year later. So last time I was here was 20 years ago, 2004, for my first Australian Sevens game. Got the win, scored a double. But it was just the stadium and everything around it was basically sand and gravel. And to come in 20 years later and not only just see, I guess, rugby activity, you've got netball, you've got people sleeping out there watching the cricket, you've got paddle ball, you've got
paddle as well, yeah.
VIP rooms. It's incredible. Like, and it's so many people.
Very diverse too.
Very diverse. There's a lot going on out there.
There's a lot, and there always is. It seems to be whenever you go to any type of rugby tournament, the South Africans are everywhere. They love it.
Are there any South Africans in there? Where are you?
Yeah, there's one here.
Okay, 500.
He made me scull a couple of cocktails. Matt Bourne, nice fella, but stay away from him.
Oh, stay away.
Now, there is a gent in the room today who is the most capped Sevens supporter of all time, a man they call Denim Dan. Denim Dan, are you there?
Denim Dan.
Denim Dan.
Come on down.
If you would like to make your way to the stage, gents, this is going to be a real treat. He's a man that he actually played in the tournament. He views the tournament.
He won one of the lower level tournaments this morning.
And the good news is he's not here. So
He must be in the toilet.
He's obviously very well known amongst the Sevens circuit. He's gone basically to every game. And he actually hasn't paid for a ticket. He's relied on a lot of the connections he's built throughout all the tournaments. And
this was Swoop's guess, by the way.
We got it, Swoop.
We got him?
No, then we get the point. Let's go, Prof.
Okay.
Right, so let's take a look.
Denim.
Let's take a look where we are at the tournament at the moment. So the Aussie girls have obviously they've just won their semi-final against GBR, so 35-7. New Zealand, France, that was taking place as we got up. Do we know the result? Can somebody tell me who won out of New Zealand and France in the girls? New Zealand won. Oh, there you go. New Zealand versus Australia in the finals for the women. I feel like that's the final a lot.
Yeah, I mean, they're the two best teams. I mean, there's been a lot of change after last year's Olympics. A few changes in each of the squads, a few people not playing just yet. But I know I've been really impressed with some of the upsets over the weekend in both the men's and the women's. Spain beating New Zealand in the men's. Kenya beating South Africa.
Well, it's a draw.
Well, no. No, they won.
They scored to the death.
Yeah.
I missed that.
Well, I don't know if you really understand much about the game.
No, I don't get any of it. Keep going,
put the ball down. And also you had Uruguay rolled Ireland. It's just, I think it's because of, as Drew touched upon, after the Olympics there's been a lot of turnover. It's just been great for the sport. Every game is a genuine contest, which is, I mean, here at the Emirates Dubai Sevens, it's been phenomenal.
Oh, it has, absolutely. Now, unfortunately, our Aussie boys, they bowed out in the quarterfinals to Argentina. That's because I gave up all their secrets in the sauna.
Yeah, you did.
I said, just run it left.
Yeah.
And they got it.
Mate.
I shouldn't
We
have said
hate
it.
when they go left.
Well, you told me.
Hey, look who we got.
Oh, no way.
Oh, the red
Here we
shirt
go.
man.
Here he is. Special guest.
Hey.
Here, you
guy-
sit here. Habsy.
Bryan Habana, he would go to the opening of an envelope. He is everywhere.
Hello, sir.
Ladies and gentlemen, Bryan Habana.
Your crowd is so engaged now.
Oh, no, it's a tough one, Habs.
Where's that drone? Should be following you. Where is it? Oh, here it is. You actually got it.
Go on.
Yeah,
Fire
set it up.
Brian is the tech guy. He's just got tech everywhere. Oh, Denim Dan's back in the room.
Who's back?
Dan, you missed your gig. We tried to call you up.
So this is a bit complex, but that one is for the cameras.
Okay.
This one is for the room.
Hello, room. Hope that everyone is well. Okay, quickly do me a favor. Sue, press the back button there.
So Brian is all the technology.
Biv, your voice is sounding rather groggy.
I was cheering on the Wallabies last night.
How good was that, though? What do I need to do?
I'll hold this one for you. You talking to that one. I'll hold this
Okay,
one.
sorry. How good was that, though?
Yeah, it was a good game, eh?
Gits, that's sort of very Wallabies at their best in terms of the attacking play. You must have loved that.
No, I did.
Out the back.
Well, I just reckon, like their shape and their variety that they show, they're evolving each week. What I liked most was that last 2 minutes when we're chasing the game, rather than playing safe. While it didn't work for us, they still backed themselves and expressed themselves, which says a lot about Joe Schmidt and how much confidence he gives the group.
And surely Michael Hooper gets fined massively for not coming to watch with you boys at the...
Oh, is he not turning up? I thought you were going to bring him.
We made it very clear where we were to watch the game.
Yeah.
Hoops, nothing.
Well, what do you think, Habs? From a South African point of view, the development and the growth, honestly, how does South Africa perceive Australia now? As a genuine threat or still a team on the up?
So genuinely, I think World Rugby and the Southern Hemisphere needs Australia to be good. South Africa leaving Super Rugby has been abysmal, in my personal opinion, and we know the financial reasons for that. I think for the growth of rugby, and I think the Southern Hemisphere having strong contingents has been great, particularly ahead of a Lions series. So that development under Joe Schmidt in what was a pretty shambolic 18 months. Eddie leaving, I mean, you've had your say around Eddie leaving. I miss Super Rugby. I just think I loved it. I absolutely love Super Rugby, and I don't know if we're ever going to get that parity again. But I love the challenge against the Wallabies. It just presented something different, and I think what we've seen in this autumn's Nations Series has been great because it's going to, I think there's a 2-test series in South Africa next year with the Wallabies.
We're trying to get over there.
KOKO Show coming, Prof?
Yeah, we're coming.
Yeah, we're coming.
We're coming. We don't have any money. If anybody can fly us there, obviously not KLM. Anybody else?
It's got to be Emirates.
We're going to have a red shirt gang here.
Emirates, go Emirates.
He's more to the red shirt gang.
Oh, there he
Should we
is.
slow
Put
clap
in,
him
Hoops.
in?
Put in,
Slow
Hoops.
clap.
Come on, Hoops.
Come on,
Sit
Hoops.
here.
Michael Hooper, everybody. Hey, brother. Jeez.
Didn't make it last night to the pool.
We've got some rugby royalty up here.
Well,
And
Look, I didn't make it to the pool. I've learnt my lesson with you guys a few times, but it's last to start, first to finish. So I would have been last to start, and you guys are trouble. What is that?
So how have you gone with, I mean, obviously you've worked with Bryan for the last couple of days in the red shirt. What's going on here? What are your thoughts on this? Because I know you're kind of into a little bit of tech. Has it been following you around as much as it follows him around?
Yeah, we had the glasses on the other day, the Meta glasses.
Oh, yeah.
So he's got all the gear.
Yeah,
No
very
idea,
creepy.
but
I'm not sure those Ray-Ban glasses with cameras
what do you
are
reckon,
allowed back
Luke?
in
We just
Australia.
quickly touched upon the game last night. As obviously one of our greats, what did you think of the game?
I thought defensively both teams are up for it. I mean, you'd probably know better than I would about how all the attack was getting pieced together, but it was hard to get through last night, it seemed. And, the Aussie defence was really, really good. I mean, the Irish defence has been good for a long time, but I think we're seeing that sort of post-Sexton, how much of an influence he had on that environment and how that connected their attack so well. They weren't able to get through as convincingly as I've seen. That a tricky autumn series really didn't open up quite as much as I thought. But I mean, so pleasing for our guys who have had a tough last 18 months, and to see them starting, with beating the Poms there, having a close altercation there with Ireland last night, and then flogging Wales, which was great. There's some really good green shoots.
He is talking absolute rubbish. At the end of that game, he's like, if I was captain, we would have won.
He was like that when you play with him.
Like he was.
He dropped the ball.
If I was there,
it was a bad pass.
like literally, to me, Abby Gastaitis and Claire Murray was like, if I was there, we would have won that game. We would have closed it out.
True story. Yeah.
Hoops, I got one for you. Being one of the greats in the back row of Australian rugby, what are your thoughts or opinion? What's your view on? Because I think as a unit, that back row that we've got at the moment and how it's performed this year has probably been the best performing unit of that team, that outfit. Bobby Valentini, John Eels medal, he's absolutely killing it at the moment, playing with a lot of belief. Fraser McRae.
Question, mate, hurry up.
Question is, who's the one bloke? I know Fraser's worn the 7 a bit, but they've changed around a lot. If they were to play again next week, who's taking 7 jersey? Do you think Fraser gets another run? Or, I mean, just what are your thoughts in general around the back row?
Oh, I think Bobby Valentini is one of the best back rowers in the world. And he has been performing so well year in, year out in a losing and winning team. And you talk about great back rowers. Great back rowers are able to have influence in defensive and offensive games. I think, I thought the best to do it was George Smith. He was the guy I looked up to. What I loved about a number 7 is he was able to, a good number 7, is they're able to have impact in the attacking side and the defensive side of the game. And there's no better than George. And I was critical of Fraser early on in his test career. I don't think he had much of an impact in the tackle part of the game. I think he was a passive tackler. What I've been so impressed with Fraser is I think he's now getting all those elements in that pie chart of, where you break up a game, he's got serious impact across all of it. So I've been nothing but impressed with his last, 3 or 4 months.
What about George Smith off the field? Was that something that you were did that inspire you, his ability to be the first to the bar when we still were in the showers?
So George Smith, it was the player I idolised growing up. Like I said, he went to school literally under a K away from my house. Loved the way he played. So I get the opportunity to go down to Canberra, straight out of school, finished at 18 down. And were you there 2010?
Yes, I was, mate. It means a lot that you didn't know.
So anyway, George is there, and apparently Gits as well. Anyway, so we do a drinking session down there, Earth Hour. Earth Hour is when you turn off all the lights, and they decided to have a drinking session. So this is the guy I've idolised. This is one of the best number 7s in the world. And then within about an hour, he's pouring drinks behind the bar, shirt off, smoking a dart. and I'm going, okay, this is what professional rugby looks like. And then Swoop would line up about 4 or 5 tables, pour beer all over the top, and then run and slide from one end to the other. It was
nude.
Very athletic.
Mate, they called George was like almost the 8th wonder of the world because the way he could play was phenomenal. His shirt off, he was an absolute pig. He just didn't, fitness never really worked for him. So you'd make him do fitness or a beat test or whatever, he would always be the first out. Just, not because he was unfit, it just didn't motivate him. But when we went to fitness games, George was everywhere. So he's just he's one of a kind, Miffy. He was amazing.
Did he go out before Celeste Mafu or after?
Oh, Big Bob. I think Bob was sick every day that we needed fitness tests.
I'll never forget about Celeste Mafu. He had he had the skins, and he would pull the skins shorts over the belly, but then he would double down and have the skins top and pull that over the skins bottoms. Yeah. So it was a real double Mayday protection.
Hoops, you did inform me about some of the Aussie culture on Friday night. You told me about Mad Mondays. The most impressive fruit bat amongst the 4 of you?
Oh, it's the swoop bat.
The swoop bat.
The cat bat, the Tongan bat, the cat bat, the Den bat.
Den bat was probably...
Talk about what the fruit bat is.
The fruit bat. Context. Fruit bat, to provide a bit of context to the fruit bat, it's basically when a bloke takes all his gear off, does a handstand up against the wall, and where
things hang.
Well, things hang over another thing, and it looks like a hanging back. So every now and then we'd often start a chant, hoop bat, hoop bat, hoop bat, and
are we starting the chant now?
We're in Dubai.
Bryan bat.
And you know what? Also, what I love about Bryan is he talks about Buffalo this and Mad Monday that. He only drinks Malibu pineapples. you don't have the right to really challenge anyone when that's what you do.
So, Gits, I mean, I know you've been playing rugby till you're 43. Just contextually, Malibu, 43. You're still playing next year, right? Aren't you? You're signing again.
If there's a contract around
Yeah,
that,
100%. Just contextually, Malibu has more alcohol content than the beers that you drink. So effectively, I'm actually drinking more than what you...
Bryan, is it true that you've had Malibu brought in baby bottles so you can have here in Dubai?
What a diva.
No. So again, contextually, alcohol is frowned upon. What are you laughing at, Prof? So alcohol is very frowned upon in this Middle East.
And on our pod.
Sorry?
And on our pod as well.
We don't drink.
We don't condone
Yeah,
that.
no, 100% just watered down. Yeah. So I came in my first year with Nolly Waterman and George Gregan, and Malibu and pineapple is my go-to. Timmy Horan actually taught me Malibu and milk. In 2019 rugby.
Yuck.
It's actually so good.
Really?
Pina colada on steroids, really good. But I then asked, is there any opportunity to get Malibu to the Hexagon Suite? And I was like, I drank that as a 16-year-old, like all the ladies, all the chaperones. I was like,
It's up there with Midori.
yeah, I don't care. And the only way to get Malibu into the hospitality area was to bring it in a clear baby bottle because it looked like water. But credit to the HSBC team, they cracked on.
So how do you drink it? On the teat? Like a...
I've been away from home for 4 weeks, so on the teat was really good, kids.
I'm hearing that.
What a great time to segue into wonderful HSBC and the work you're doing for them. No, this is the time and the place. Habsy, Hoops, what are you doing here at the Emirates Dubai Sevens for HSBC? Can you fill us in what you've been doing all weekend?
Oh, we've done a hell of a lot. So we got out to some rugby training earlier in the week with the Dubai Exiles, which was a junior team. After that, we got, so there's a program that HSBC run, which is the World of Opportunity, which is showing so much more around just playing on the field. So I talked about a bit of broadcast, which I don't know too much about. I've only done it for about 6 months. So
be careful.
But I'm a better showing than you guys.
Yeah,
I probably know more than you fellas. So
Yeah, I got fired by your employer.
yeah, I did
you
that
actually
too.
took my job.
Yeah, I'm still pulling. Yeah, the knife was mine. So we did a bit of that, and then today it's been about going to the Hexagon Suite. We've been going up watching our Aussie team play, and the girls obviously getting through to the final, which has been great, and meeting a lot of the HSBC network and clients, which is and hanging out with Bryan. I've been giving each other a bit of stick.
Beat me at paddle.
Beat him at paddle, and I never
the
played
first time
before,
ever.
and he had his own paddles.
And shoes.
Well,
Yeah.
How are your knees moving, Habsy? Because the last time that we played together, like, you look like a horse that need to be put down.
Yeah. Well, no, were we talking about the fruit bat, or are we talking about...
I'm talking about the
what
the
goes
knee-
on? Sorry, what
the
goes
knee
on?
bat.
Sorry, what goes
Yes.
on? Gets, to be honest, so I'd have a good go at paddle, and I'd probably need about 3-4 days recovery. Like, seriously. No, the knees are... You can't regrow meniscus, unfortunately, what I've learned. Even though the French doctors told me, like, stem cell treatment will definitely work, 3 operations later, stem cell treatment doesn't quite work, so...
No, you filled their pockets. That was smart.
No, they filled my pockets. You know the law case you went on with Murad? Like, did you not get...
It's still ongoing.
Still ongoing.
I reckon I'm going to get a win there. It's up there with firepower. Yeah, well, myself and Rocky apparently, Drew said.
But just to finish off on the HSBC stuff, so we've got the Hex Suite, we've got the Premier Lounge, guests being able to entertain. We got Bryan Bingo for the first time this year, which has been pretty cool. We got some amazing female ambassador in Abby Gustitis and Jodie Onsley, who is Fury in the Gladiator.
Yeah.
So her and Hoops are going to do the gauntlet a little bit later on this evening. She's been training really hard. She's seen a lot of Hoops' clips and what he can do, and she's so keen to put him down the gauntlet.
How good's the
Absolutely.
selfie she has to take with people? So when people ask her for a selfie, they get her in a headlock, or she puts them in a headlock for the selfie, whereas we all just go cuddle up to each other. They get her to put them in a headlock. It's great stuff.
Well, gents, I'm conscious of the time. There is an Emirates A380 that does a flyover in about half an hour or something, and we're going to lose our camera crew because that's far more interesting, apparently. So we got to do a couple of sponsored things. So, gents, if you do want to head on, you can. Big. Thank you, Bryan. Thank you, Hoops.
See you later, son. See you after. See ya. Thank you. See ya. No, pleasure. Thank you. Enjoy, guys.
Enjoy, boys.
Thanks, Habsy.
See you, mate. Thank you.
Interesting choice, Hoops, on the chinos today. It's only 40 degrees out
Yeah,
there.
loose option. Give them shorts.
Okie dokie, folks, let's do this real quick. It's time for our little MYER sponsor. It's called Match Fit. So, I'm going to go first. I'm a Kenji shirt. It's a Christmas theme. There's flamingos, which is very Christmas. Obviously, also other decorations, mistletoe, etc. Then I've gone for a blue Kenji short.
There's a lot happening.
There is a lot happening.
Yeah, there's a lot.
And I regret...
Bit Adam Sandler kind of esque.
Sorry?
Kind of remind me of Adam Sandler vibes.
Which is exactly what you want when you're going to MYER. It's tremendous. I wish I'd worn it every day of this trip.
And where would you wear that?
I would wear this to a Christmas function. There you go.
Very
Sweet.
Christmassy. Oh,
Thank
yeah.
you.
So I've got the Kenji pastels on, the shorts, quick dries. Very important for a hot, sweaty festival. Also got a Maddox plain white tee, overlaid by a nice little floral number from Black, BLAQ.
And you kept it open.
Kept it open. Just want to feel the air today. Feel free.
Looks good.
Where would I wear it?
Yeah, where would you wear
Emirates
it?
Dubai Sevens or any other festival or the Sugar
Babes.
Babes.
Love it.
I'm just wearing a black BLAQ chino. I mean, linen top. Just a bit more corporate because we're in the corporate area. Bit more sort of understated vibes than what you guys are wearing. Where would I wear it? To Stormzy tonight, but I'll undo it though.
Shut up.
Shut up.
Yes.
What I've gone for is the BLAQ short. It looks like it's leather, but it's not. So it's got a double, I don't know, impact, I suppose. Then I've gone with a Kenji flamingo golf-looking shirt. Miss the family. My daughter loves flamingos. Wearing this, it's like she's basically under my arm.
Can you stand like a flamingo for me, just in that outfit?
Oh, I'll have a go. What do they do?
Come on, give me a flamingo. There you go.
That's it. Beautiful.
Something like that.
And where would you wear it?
I would wear this if I was going on the set of Caddyshack.
Terrific. Love it. Thanks again to MYER. That was Match Fit. Okay, hey
Right, is that
guys.
enough for the sponsor stuff?
I think so. We might have one last one at the end.
So sponsory. It's disgusting.
But we love our sponsors. Please continue to pay for our... Yeah. Now, I am conscious, we've got about 8 minutes left here. We sold someone earlier in the show, and guess who's back?
Great.
Denim Dan.
Denim Dan, please welcome Dan.
Take my seat.
Okay, Gits is going to do a wee. Gits, can you give him your microphone?
There's
I got the mic.
and there's two guarantees in life. You have fun at a rugby sevens tournament, and Denim Dan, the second one being Denim Dan being at that rugby tournament. So Justin, real name, but Denim Dan as he goes by, is the most iconic figure in sevens history. He's been to basically every sevens tournament. He's the most capped sevens supporter of all time. What I find really interesting is he's never paid for a ticket, but you don't have a sponsor.
I'm desperately looking for a sponsor right here, yeah.
This is a plug. This is your opportunity.
This has been a full circle moment because the reason I got into rugby, Bryan Habana.
Really?
I was in grad school in South Africa, and I would work for Supersport in the truck to help out, and I got to thank you, I got a media pass, and I had to do a fake interview so I could be on the field after the Tri-Nations match. And Bryan looks at me, and I do 5 minutes of a fake interview, and then he goes, well, you're kind of fit. Maybe give rugby a shot when you get back to the States. And here we are. So seeing Bryan here, like full circle.
Bryan, just doing good things.
Mate, he's the best.
I guarantee he doesn't remember it.
No, he mentioned it as he came up. He said it's Denim Dan here. Now, do I call you Denim or do I call you Dan?
My double D, yeah.
Double D. You played in this tournament. You played this weekend.
I am the reigning Social Vets Bowl champion. The Dubai Dockers. So yeah. We originally started as a Barrel House offshoot, so shout out to Barrel House. Yeah.
So why is it that you love rugby sevens so much and travel around the World Series and get around it?
Well, it's about the only sporting event where you can take your pants off and still get on TV.
Well, on that, are you wearing budgies?
I am wearing budgies.
Show us.
Well, just before, that's going to be our big finale.
We've got to wait till the end because we got to go.
At the very end, our big finale is Denim Dan's going to take his pants off. Before we get there, I'm very conscious of the time here, and I apologise. I need to say that this orange show is still going ahead on Wednesday the 11th. It's our final show of the year. Tickets, they are available this Wednesday. So it's at the Saltbush Hotel, formerly known as the Lord Anson. There are limited tickets on sale tomorrow. Apparently only 10 left. They're for $25, so check our socials. They've got Arguably the Best Chef in Australia on the barbecue. There's going to be Q&A, live music. There's going to be a bucking bronco bull thing. It's going to be absolutely outstanding. If you want to hear these boys tell a few yarns and spread some Christmas cheer, get on and buy the tickets. I also got to say that it's for the Emus Foundation, which you guys have done stuff for, which supports injured rugby players in regional New South Wales. So obviously it was a bit of a trek for people from Tamworth to get there. Obviously Dubai yep, these guys will all come. Fantastic, very good. Then the very last thing I'll say is our beer. This is the last time that you can buy it. There is a Christmas KOKO special beer with each of our heads on the cans. You can drink from each of us. Please get online, kickoffsandkickons.com. You can get the beer there. Gents.
Oh, man, let's get back to Dan.
Well, no, this is it. This is the big finale. I just want to say thanks to you all. Thanks for a wonderful trip.
Yeah, thank you for a great trip, but I'm happy not to see you guys again for another 8 weeks.
This is probably the last show we'll ever do. Dan, do you mind finishing? Gits, do you want to say anything before we...
I thought we were going to go through the highlight and low light. Just very quickly for me, very quickly. The low light would be turning right on the plane. The highlight's going to be when Emirates upgrade me tonight. I go left.
Perfect. Highlight, low light.
Highlight most nights of this trip with these fine gentlemen. Low lights most mornings.
Beef?
Highlight's going to be watching the Aussie Sevens girls win it this afternoon. And low light, mate, there hasn't been one. It's been a bloody great trip.
Oh, positive.
All right, do you want me to do mine?
Yep.
Unless that Kenyan guy drains my bank account.
Yeah,
that might be a low light.
That might be a low light.
Yeah.
Highlight, I'm going to go... highlight, I'm going to go... oh, gosh. The Emirates Dubai Sevens. That's my highlight.
Good plug.
Thank you, mate. And my low light has been... KLM Airlines losing our bags. You idiots. Okay. To finish tonight, we ready to finish?
Yeah, let's
finish.
finish.
Let's finish. It will be...
It's a bit of a chant. Denim Dan. Denim Dan. Denim Dan. Denim Dan. This is so nice.
Oh, here we go.
I'm a little bored of this.
Oh, of course.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
Of course they're denim.
They are phenomenal.
He is phenomenal.
Thank
you. Wouldn't believe it. He actually works in rope because everybody needs rope.
Everybody needs rope.
Everybody needs
I've got
rope.
2 bulldogs. Apparently, your rope can't be torn.
Can't be torn. If you need a leash, I got you, bro. Can't shoot through it.
Love that.
Okay, very
Best
good.
rope in the world right here.
Gentlemen, we have nailed it. We have absolutely nailed it. Well done, everybody. All that's left to do, thank you.
Yeah, thank you very much, everyone.
Follow us at Kickoffs and Kick-Ons everywhere. All that's left to do, Drew.
Oh,
That was pretty good.
I was
Thank
not
you.
expecting that.
Thank you, everybody.
Thank you.
We got the world's tallest building there. I'm just going to come to you, Drew. You tell us what we're doing.
Okay, we're off to the Dubai Sevens, first day. It's a Friday, so today's a lot of the tens tournaments. Also an opportunity for us to give back. It's not all been beers and skittles. Well, it has up until this point. We're going to do a couple of kids' masterclasses, run them through their paces. You're going to tell some jokes. They won't laugh.
Standard.
Great. But what happened last night, one of the greats of the game, Serge Betson of France, convinced our great man, Matt Giddo, to pull on the boots and play for some Legends team. I'm not sure what the name of the team is.
No, neither am I. I think they, the World Tens they call themselves, but I think they're just from different parts of the world. They're actually not any good. So, yep, he convinced me, along with Drew, letting him know that Matt would love to do that. So, anyway, I'm trying to chase insurance. So at the moment, that still hasn't been cleared because I'm like, what do what I need? You have boots, you have mouth guard. The guy that was next to Serge, he had these fake teeth, he'd pulling them out because I said, I don't want to go home looking like him. Hadn't met him. It fell a little flat, that joke. But yeah, I still don't know with insurance. So I may not be playing, but if insurance is covered, I'm in.
Well, slight
side note, there is insurance, just not enough to cover what the goit's worth. But he's going to be playing alongside Chris Marcelli, Dylan Armitage, former teammates of both of ours, Toulon Juan Imhoff as well, former Argentinian international. He said, Drew, I'd love to play alongside you. I said, no, you wouldn't.
Or you can still play. You can play with me, but just not on the field.
There's a good chance, and I've actually laid a little bit of float down on it. Matt Gitto, man of the tournament.
Oh, don't, mate. Don't. What I told him before, I said, lower your expectations, because if he says, I heard him saying something like, mate, he'd still be able to play, he'd still be able to kill it. If he puts that in my mind, I'm an idiot that'll try and play 20 minutes every game and have the arsehole hanging out. So I said, lower your expectations. Hopefully I'm coming off the bench. But it's rolling subs too, which will help. But I said, rolling subs doesn't work for me. I'm in, I'll give what I've got. When I come off, I'm not coming back on.
Just think once you're done, beers and Skittles.
Beers and Skittles.
You also, you forgot to mention Gareth Whittab's playing.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, the rugby league guy.
Yeah. Gareth Whittam. I said, when was the last time you played rugby? Do you understand the rules? And he was like, yeah, I played it, I know, about 17 years ago. So I heard the game's probably shifted since then, mate. Anyway, it'd be good to run off him. That'd be nice. I like league. We all love league.
Love league.
Like league, love union.
Yeah, true.
Leaguing.
Fuck league.
Yeah, my team, apparently they're looking pretty good. Here we go.
Go, Jello! Go, Jello! Inside! There we go!
Well, it looks like I'm going to lift the trophy today, fellas. So I just found out the good news. So I thought 10s, it's like, so 7s, you got 7 players on the field, 2 halves, 7 minutes. This is 10s. We got 10 people on the field, 2 halves, only 7 minutes though. Silver lining.
How's he going to go, Drew?
He'll be right. Yeah, he'll just, as soon as he gets out there, I know he's like, oh, I didn't really want to play. He'll want to play and he'll want to do well. He's a proud man, so, and he's fucking good, so he'll do well.
Just another little Gits tip. So if you can do this, move it around, it'll free up your lower back. So neurally takes a lot of pressure off the hammy. And then I'll just stretch it out. Stretch it like that. It's also a position when Swoop gets home at night, he likes to cuddle me in. It's strange, but yeah, that's one that I like to start with. What I'm actually hoping for is, honestly, this is not trying to be funny, I just want someone to dog shot me or hit me when I'm not ready, and then that'll bring the competitiveness. No, the competitiveness. Bring that out of me.
Do you want me to tell the other team to dog shot you?
Well, I know there's a guy there that we played with in Toulon, Max Mimose. He'd do it, but I wouldn't even feel it. He couldn't hurt a fly. We'd try and hide him. He doesn't speak English either, so this will be fine. Yeah, I was going to say that the most pleasing thing is that I play a ball playing position, and we brought a league out. Gareth Whittam. He's across there with his arm on the bench thinking that I'm going to punch out the 14 minutes, so someone needs to get a wriggle on and let him know he needs to warm up because he's starting. Let's go. Is that it? I thought we were warming up at half time at the other game, and now we're on. Right, now I'm nervous. Hopefully it's better in the game.
Yes. Earn the right. Earn the right, son.
I might get Swoop to smack me. Should we do that? Give me a bit of contact, son.
Wasn't expecting that.
No. That's what I'm trying to warn you, bro.
Very good.
Water boy.
Take you where you want to go. All my clothes fly. Call me Jet Blue. I'm finna take off. Call me Jet.
Fucking up. What is it? Because they're getting him to go again?
Let's go. I can take you where you want to go. Let's go. I can take you where you want to go. Yeah. I can take you where you want to go.
Come on, go through!
sure. I've torn my adductor. Oh, really? Yeah, I shouldn't have had that last kick. Yeah, so we're getting coached by the ref. Like fucking we control the game, not the players, like the refs. They just slow, and we're throwing it when we're not ready. And it is the weakest part of our game. We've got some good carries. And if we recycle the ball, it's game over. Yes. Well, that's it. That could be the game. Gliding out there. Rain cost us the game. Yes. Well, it's not my fault. What happens now? We played it too long together.
It was too easy for me, sorry.
Yeah. At training. No, that's all he played.
Through the gates. Through these gates, bit of footwork. You pick left or right. Everyone know the prof? Hi everyone. We're going to give you a little bit of heat. See if you can get through us and hold your feet. You fall over, back to the start. Does that make sense? Get through us, and I want to see a swoop dive on the pads. Everyone know how to score tries? Tuck it under your wing. Dive as high as you can, as far as you can. And I want a little bit of a fist pump. Let me interrupt the pizza. Oh, hey. Pizza, you want? It's November, you know? Oh, you know, Matt. Don't worry, man. This is Adam.
So obviously you guys just went and said hello to the Prince, did you? Who was it? The Prince?
Prince Albert of Monaco.
Lots of hugs and kisses.
Yeah, mate, there was lots. And what I've exclusively got, I know everyone said Michael Hooper's boring, but he's actually not. Here he is for an interview. Hoops, how's the week been?
Hoops, do you want to blow out a candle?
So engaging.
Swoop, your joke?
I'm trying to figure out where he's looking.
It's been a big day. You know, obviously I played a game of rugby up early, make sure I got breaking for everyone, but the toughest it's been for Swoop. He had to do an hour with kids babysitting. I think we're in Dubai. We're at the Wiz Khalifa. And I always thought he was a rapper. It's amazing. They were doing the water show, playing his music. It's beautiful, Prof. I'm really enjoying it.
What's happening?
We're defending at the moment. We've already scored a try. No surprise. Matty Levi, absolute genius. Let me enjoy it and get that camera out of my fucking face.
Where are we?
So we've come here for the Emirates Dubai Sevens, but it turns out that we are here. Look at the wood on greens. It's the CrossFit Games.
Do you do this at home?
Well, I do this around people that can't lift, and I feel better. Everyone here can lift, so I'm going to let. Yes, so I think Drew's going to throw his back out. He's hoping that there's a physio, a French physio around.
Are you about to?
Yeah, I'm gonna clean this shit up.
So this is the...
And I'm a power cleaner, so I can do it real quick, real heavy.
Hey, look, I just asked him, I said, how much do I need to pay to look like that? How much? And he said it's free. Just a bit of hard work. I said, no thanks. Too much. Hey, feel it. Alright, it's easy. Oh! 120 on.
Somebody fill me in as to what's happening.
We're going to the car. We're going to watch the Wallabies play Ireland. We're going to watch the Wallabies Schmidt it in against Ireland.
Direct to Sydney, please. I need to get out of here.
Hanson, who continued the process to the left, Keenan. Brilliant efforts from KOKO.
Go the Wallabies.
Stepped in and still managed to recover on the outside.
I miss you, Bianca. I can't wait to get home.
Key under some pressure. All there to be one Australia ball. Sprays a bit right at the bottom of the ball.
What's this place called again?
First Collection JVC.
First, don't come in. Watermelon gin with Red Bull. Get us going.
Yep.
Bacardi Sprite.
Oh no, definitely.
Thought I'd mix it up.
Watermelon gin.
Winners, mate. Winners. Buying premierships.
Right, so unfortunately due to our ambassador type roles here for the Emirates Dubai Sevens, I can't play, but the team that I played for on Friday, I got us going and we're all the way in the final. So when we win, I'm now going to be a Dubai champion. Add that to the list.
We deserve this.
What about these seats, boys?
If only this was how we go home. I'm usually a good sport, Prof, you know that.
Yeah, I know. Who wants to say it's a wrap here, boys?
I think we should all say something. Look, guys, it's been testing at times. It's been exhilarating at other times. I think that overall, it's been fucking awesome to get on the road with you guys. It's been awesome for the pod. It's been awesome for rugby. And long may it continue.
Well done.
After 8 weeks.
Cheers.
Go, you'll go.
Oh, mate, listen, I love yous. I can't wait to leave you. It's as simple as that. The best thing about this trip was getting together, and the best thing about this trip going from here is leaving you. So I've loved it. Kick off, kick off.
Here we go.
Yeah, really heartfelt. Yeah, I'm
not sure about that.
That was real. That was actually honest.
I'm pretty keen to go again. Another 2 weeks, just getting started.
I quit.
Good news, Swoop. They're just cool. We've signed for Cape Town. We're going again.
Live, we're in the HSBC suite here at the Emirates Dubai Sevens. Hoops, start one, bench one, drop one, at their peak, rugby, quickly. No feeling.
And just so we know, it's Adam Cooper, Drew Mitchell, and Matt Kiddo.
Yeah, at their peak, but I've got to go on who I played with more, right?
Whatever.
So I'm starting Swoop.
Go again. Who? Starting Swoop.
I'm dropping the Goy.
I'll take bench.
I'll
take bench.
I'm benching the Drew tank.
Hey,
sorry.
I've got two.
Oh, mate, don't
Start
get
and finish. All drums though.
There's no context. Move on.
Oi. Bobby Boucher, get me a Gatorade, boy.
This is the girls' final. Schmidt it in girls.
You like that? 27-20 to Australia.
Who's playing? It's going to be tight. 36.
Goes dug deep, Matty Levi. Try after a big shark casting tackle. Yeah, we just won it.
Oh, wow. That is the best video on YouTube. You know what you need to do now? You need to like and subscribe down there. Or if you want extra content, might be down there, you need to go up here or up here and get more of that gear. Thanks for supporting Kickoffs and Kick-Ons, and we will see you very soon.